here and are listening. My name is Lucas, disciple of Jesus, and we are doing our follow-up Bible study, and we thank God for that. So, we have looked into the Ten Commandments. We have delighted in seeing more of the law of the Lord, and so we continue on in reading the Ten Commandments. We are very happy for that, and so this is the book that we're using right now, Patriarchs and Prophets, to study more about the Ten Commandments. We have looked into the fourth commandment in depth, and there's more to it, but we have looked at main principles of the Sabbath, and now we are looking into the next commandments. So we looked into the sixth one, thou shalt not steal, and now thou shalt not steal. No, thou shalt not murder was that's commandment number 6. Number 7 is don't commit adultery. Number 8 is thou shalt not steal. Okay, and now we're moving on to number 9 and 10. So we are wrapping up our study here for these commandments. So for number 9, it reads, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Okay. So I'm going to see the Spanish translation for the same commandment and see how we can translate it from Spanish. Thou shalt not speak against thy neighbor a false testimony. Okay. So that is translated from Spanish. Now the way that is written here, bear false witness. Just a minor difference in translation. Now, let's see the comment. We have a paragraph here. Falsely speaking in any matter, every attempt or purpose to deceive our neighbor is here included. An intention to deceive is what constitutes falsehood. By a glance of the eye, a motion of the hand, an expression of the countenance, a falsehood may be told as effectually as by words. All intentional overstatement, every hint or insinuation calculated to convey an erroneous or exaggerated impression, even the statement of facts in such a manner as to be misled, is falsehood. So we're seeing here how it is the point about the intention. Okay, so we'll read again. All intentional overstatement, every hint or insinuation calculated to convey an erroneous or exaggerated impression, even the statement of facts in such a manner as to mislead, is falsehood. So the first sentence we read again. False speaking in any matter, every attempt or purpose to deceive our neighbor is here included. This precept forbids every effort to injure our neighbor's reputation by misrepresentation or evil surmising, by slander or tale-bearing. Even the intentional suppression of truth by which injury may result to others is a violation of the ninth commandment. So we notice this key phrase, by which injury may result to others, when the truth is suppressed. Now, let's take a look at and that's the paragraph for the eighth commandment. Okay? Now, we'll see about these words here in just the sentence before the last. Some of the words we'll see the definition. This precept forbids every effort to injure our neighbor's reputation by misrepresentation or evil surmising. So we have the word surmising, slander, and tale bearing. We'll see here these definitions, and so I'm gonna go ahead and open up here my browser. We'll take a look at these words.
You look at, it's echoing on my end, you look at,
What was that, my friend?
it's echoing on my end too.
Okay, let me see if I can fix that. Okay, hopefully now there's no echo. Okay, so I muted all the microphones. So if you need to, if anyone needs to want to say something, just you can unmute your mic, or you can raise your hand better with a little icon. Just as long as you find the pause there, it should be okay. So now let's take a look here as we were doing these words. Evil surmising. Let's take a look at surmising. Definition. So I have it here from Google. To boast that something is true without having evidence to confirm it. So that is, so the word that precedes the paragraph is evil surmising. So to suppose that something is true without having evidence to confirm it. And then, so the sentence again. The precept forbids every effort to injure our neighbor's reputation by misrepresentation or evil surmising. By slander, so we're going to take a look at that word as well. The action of crime of making. So we need microphones muted.
He also called us on WhatsApp.
I did, but that was only to remind our friends to join in. That's also we're only here.
Are you seeing my little hat at WhatsApp? I had it.
That Mary what, my friend?
I think she has it.
Oh, if that is the case, she can write to me to send me a text, letting me know that if she's there, we can move to WhatsApp if needed. Yeah. She did not answer when I called in the WhatsApp video call. Did she text you?
No.
Okay. Right, so we'll continue on. Okay, so everyone is muted. Thank you. So slander, what does it mean? The action or crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation. So that is slander. Noun, law, it says up the top. And tale bearing. Tale bearing refers to the act of spreading gossip, rumors, or confidential information, often with the intent to cause harm or trouble. So it does not necessarily need to be false, then to be tale bearing. You see, the intent is to cause harm or trouble. So if it's not directly understood by the 8th commandment, it will be understood by the 6th, thou shalt not kill, which to harm is part of that, as we understand the spirit of the law. Yeah? So we see then gossip, rumors, or confidential information. Now, what have we seen in what we have read so far? It is highlighted about the intention to deceive and also the intention to do harm. And it's very sad. Oh, and I am sorry, this is actually, we're looking at the 9th commandment, not the 8th one. So, the suppression of truth, by which injury may result to others, is a violation of the 9th commandment. So, when we love our neighbor, we would not seek to deceive, neither to cause harm. And so, we are to live in truth. Okay. Yeah. So we will continue on. Any questions about the 9th commandment? No? All right. Okay, we'll continue on. And now we move on to the 10th commandment. And maybe you have felt your reputation be harmed by someone. So the 9th commandment is to protect each of us. So the 10th one now. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. The 10th commandment strikes at the very root of all sins, prohibiting the selfish desire, from which springs the sinful act. He who in obedience to God's law refrains from indulging even in a sinful desire for that which belongs to another will not be guilty of an act of wrong towards his fellow creatures. Such were and that is it. I think that's the only paragraph that pertains specifically to the 10th commandment. So we see here that the Lord intends that to protect each one of us. So he puts out a prohibition or the thought so as to prevent the action. We'll continue reading here. Such were these sake, and also we notice too that it is said to be a selfish desire. So sin is rooted in selfishness. Such were the sacred precepts of the Decalogue, spoken amid thunder and flame, and with a wonderful display of the power and majesty of the great lawgiver. God accompanied the proclamation of his law with exhibitions of his power and glory, that his people might never forget the scene, and that they might be impressed with profound veneration for the author of the law, the creator of heaven and earth. He would also show to all men the sacredness, the importance, and the permanence of his law. So we see here that God spoke these words audibly. Okay. And so these had an effect on the people. We see here the profound veneration it was the expected effect for the author of the law, and to show the sacredness, importance, and permanence of his law. Yes. Okay, so we'll take a break here. We'll pause the recording, and we'll see, because we're having a video call from Mario. So we want to see, I'm thinking if we just go on to, let's all go to the, and I'll add Joshua, if that's okay, Joshua? I'll add